Hello everyone. It's James again. And for those of you that are new to this channel, thank you for giving this little cartoon man with a funny voice a bit of your time. And if you have been a part of this channel for years, I thank you from the bottom of my little cartoon heart. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Let this platform know that you enjoy this content, and that you find it valuable. The more people that subscribe, like, and share, it will push this content up through the algorithm. And people that really need to hear and see this information will be able to find it that much easier. With that said, I wanted to talk about a very important topic today. And it's really a few topics rolled up into one. You see, narcissists will often rely on the sympathy of others, and for others to see them not for what they are. And even when there is overwhelming evidence, they are completely evil to the core. They know if they present themselves a certain way, some people will dismiss what they see, and will either not believe they are evil, or they will try to fix and save them. And all this will produce in those that seek out such a mission is a wasted life and or putting themselves in all kinds of danger. Well, it appears the narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath, whichever you want to call her, the woman behind me, Susan Smith, is in the news again, because she's coming up for parole pretty soon. And the pen pal men that she has been dating through letters are starting to feel betrayed by her. Well, at least one of the men are. Now, for those of you who don't know who Susan Smith is, in the 90s, she was all over the news, because she accused a black man of carjacking her car, while her two young children were in the car. She went on the news and media begging for the safe return of her children. But as the investigation unfolded, it turned out, she strapped her children in the car, and let it roll off into a lake. So basically she deleted her children from planet Earth. Why would she do such a thing? Because even though she was married, Susan Smith was cheating on her husband with a rich man, who wanted to be with Susan but he didn't want children. Now I'm going to divert from what we are talking about here for just a moment, and we will jump right back on course. But we have been told. Don't get mad at me. I'm the little cartoon messenger here. But we've been told that a woman will always look for the best financial suitor, and how that is normal, and the monkey branching from a decent man who's hard-working, but he might be struggling some, but he loves her and treats her well. But she monkey branches to a man who likely cares nothing about her. But hey, he's rich, and he can take her to cool vacations. And that somehow this monkey branching is just a part of life. And it's a part of female nature. Now, do I think a woman should be attracted to a man with no drive, no determination and no ability to do their best? No. But when we normalize this monkey branching, we see the most evil of evil done. All because of money and gifts and things and stuff. Nowhere do you hear the men and women. Because yes, there are men out there calling other men losers, simply because they work a normal job, and they aren't rich like they are. And that if you lose your woman because you are broke, then you get what you deserve. You rarely hear these people talk about moral character and decency. So I ask these same people, was Susan Smith's first husband, way before the internet came out, and he probably had no idea his wife was cheating on him, because she looked like a simple, normal, innocent woman? Was he a loser because his wife did what she did? If he were rich, would that have kept her happy and from straying? You see, there is evil and there is good. It's that simple. If someone will monkey branch on you just for pieces of silver and gold, no matter they be a man or a woman, these are the same people that will put bleach in your coffee or Roundup in your sports drink. This is why the Bible tells us about how money can be the root to all evil. Yes. Many of God's favorites were rich, just as many of God's favorites were poor and beggars on the street. But it seems when someone believes we have something they can take, the vultures come out. This is why if you meet anyone that you want to start a friendship or a romantic relationship with, even if you are richer than rich, make sure that your relationship has nothing to do with the money that you have. And if you are an average working person doing your best, and if you hear any argument about money from them, or a complaint that because of you can't go on this vacation or that vacation, do not try to fix them. Do not try to get them to understand your points. Just let them go. Because it will only get worse. And though Susan Smith's first husband probably had no idea that his wife was betraying him, I would imagine that she would complain from time to time and show certain red flags. She wanted more than he was able to give. And he did what a great many of us used to do. And that is work with them. To try to get them to understand our points of view and that we love them. Well, jumping back to the main topic of what we were just talking about. Susan Smith couldn't and didn't even love her own children. She saw them as an inconvenience. So she strapped them into her car. Let them roll into a lake and drown. And then made up a lie about a black man carjacking her. Yet somehow she's up for parole and there are men trying to fix her. Now I will leave a link to the news story in the description box below. And in the news story they did say, you usually see the male inmates sought out by women on the outside trying to help them fight their case and giving them money. And wanting to marry them. So forth and so on. So what makes Susan Smith so special? Because she's mastered the art of looking innocent. She looks like someone that not only can you trust, but someone that would be a great asset to your life. Men are often told, don't chase after women in the short skirts wearing crazy amounts worth of makeup. And that may be true. But please know, there are plenty, and I do mean plenty, of narcissists that look like this woman behind me. And they use their appearance as a costume to hide behind. Have you ever heard about people winning the genetic lottery? Well, the genetic lottery for a narcissist is to look like Susan Smith. Because here's the thing. Even though she's not great looking or hot or whatever term someone wants to use, but she looks innocent. And please know she knows what she looks like. And way before the internet, she knew how to use it to her advantage. And if you think this rich guy wasn't the only guy that she was cheating on her husband with, then I have a cartoon bridge to sell you. And this goes to another topic we need to talk about. Female narcissists. I believe that both female and male narcissists happen at the same rate. It's 50-50. And finally experts are starting to catch up and say the same thing. When many years ago, it was reported this was mainly a problem for men. And that it happening in women was rare. Which basically is a way of saying, men are by and large evil and women are not. And for those of us that grew up with a narcissist mother know this is in no way true. And we also know that our narcissist mothers hid behind the fact they were women and they were a mother. Two untouchable things in society you can never criticize. And if you did criticize them, everyone in society would by default turn against you. Do you think people like Susan Smith knew this and even know this today? One of the people talking about this case said something very important. That Susan Smith only cares about Susan Smith. And if she has a dozen men trying to court her, or fix her, or see the best in her, she will see them as a mark to be used for whatever she needs at that moment. Just like the rich guy she pushed her kids into a lake for. If she would have gotten away with it, and a richer guy came along, she would have left him too. These people are like Terminator robots, destroying everyone and everything in their path. All without accepting blame or responsibility for their actions. I remember sitting for hours trying to talk to my mother about the horrible direction she was leading our family down. All at the age of 10 years old I was trying to have these talks with my mother. And all that was gained by this was my mother got the supply from me that she wanted to get. And I lost valuable time and energy I could have used to put back into myself and my own life. I wish anyone would have told me then what and who my mother was. And that she had no ability to change. Not even for her son that loved her with all of his heart. That I was just an object to be used and discarded once I was no longer useful. And it's likely those that are writing Susan Smith hoping she has changed and or they can help her somehow have some serious unresolved issues that they need to work on before they even think about talking to another woman in a romantic way. And no, it's not they have to go out and make more money. They first have to learn their self-worth. Narcissists know they can't be fixed. And they think people are stupid for trying to fix them. And they see such people as not having any self-worth. They know and get that if someone felt better about themselves, they would have nothing to do with someone like Susan Smith. And inside Susan Smith laughs. As she knows, she's still able to play her game of narcissistic abuse. A game of manipulation and conning others into thinking she's harmless, when she's really a demon. You can't fix these people. You can only fix yourself. Leave these people with what they hate the most. And that's their own company. Well, that's all I have for today. I do hope your day is blessed. And until next time. Bye for now. And be good to yourself.